Guys, let's bring Kayla up. Let's have some fun. Let's get to know her. Let's get to know our queen, and give it up for Kayla. Guys, I was just informed Kayla just chugged her drink right before she got up here, so we don't have a drink. I think we found the supporting group here. Are you guys, are these are friends here? Yeah?
Yes.
These are friends? Well, Kayla, hey, welcome on. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of bright up here now, isn't it?
I know.
When you get up here, it's like hard to see out. You don't know how many people are actually here. Kayla, one thing you told me, we talked the other day, just yesterday actually, you told me a little bit about yourself, and I got a good insight. I want to give the people here tonight a little bit of feel of who you are, what you're about, so we can kind of get that out of the way before the dates. You mentioned you were born in Mexico, raised in North Carolina,
Yeah.
and then you moved here. So fill us in. Unfortunately. What?
Yeah.
Come on, like Minneapolis is cool. I mean,
it gets kind of cold, so
It
seasonal.
does, yeah.
Seasonal cool.
well, yeah, you kind of have that, but fill us in a little bit. You know, why are you here? What are you doing?
Yeah.
What's your story?
So I moved here about 5 years ago. I actually moved here for my brother. Him and his husband had kids via surrogacy. Unfortunately, his husband passed away, so I kind of just moved in with him, and we're raising our beautiful kids together. We have Chloe, who's the oldest by 3 months, and then we have a set of twins who are Kristen and Christian. So we co-parent. So might not look like a mom, but I'm a mom. You know, I see them as my kids, and I love them
Right
to
on.
death.
Yeah. Well, shout out to you for doing that. That's a big responsibility to jump into, and honestly proud of you for being able to jump into that role right away. You moved here, obviously. You have to do something to provide for yourself. You told me. Why don't you tell these guys what you do as far as work and on the side?
Yeah, so on the side, I do freelance makeup. I typically do a lot of big gigs. I do the halftime Super Bowl. I just, this past year, did the Met Gala. I tend to stay away from like weddings and smaller gigs. So I do that, and I am currently getting my pilot's license, so I fly planes on the side.
Wow. Is that like a potential thing you could do for a date, is like just take them on a solo ride?
So, fun fact, less than 1% of women actually get their pilot's license. So I'm surrounded by guys like every day, all the time, and they were just telling me, and they're like, yeah, like you're gonna get so much ass. They're like, just first dates, like take a guy, be like, hey, we're gonna go to dinner, and be like, hey, we're gonna get on the plane that I chartered, and we're gonna go to Chicago, and we're gonna come back. So I haven't done that yet because I haven't found anybody worth, chartering a plane, but that is a potential. Like a lot of guys do that. So ladies, look for pilots, private pilots,
Now, when you're a pilot, excuse me if I don't know the way around the land, but do you have to pay for like the gas, or how does that work?
So I fly out of St. Cloud. We do like a membership, so I get like discounted planes. We just pretty much pay for the fuel, and then it's chartered per hour. So typically it has to be like, reasonable radius. You can charter for a longer time, but
should make them pay a fee to go on that date. You know what I mean? Like half the fuel cost or something like that.
like a deposit.
Yeah, you have to put a deposit down to go on a date with me. That would be funny, honestly. Hey, we've got a few guys lined up for you tonight. I don't know if you interact with them or saw them on social media or friends were giving you any info, but we've got a few good dates lined up.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good about it, and I think I want to bring up a date. I don't know about you guys.
Let's bring
You
up
guys
a
want to bring up a date?
Yeah.
I think that's a good sign. So I think we're gonna bring up our first date. He goes by what? But before we do that, hey, thanks, Andrew. I was working on that. We're gonna bring up Joey. Before we do that, we're gonna go to a commercial break. So hang in there, guys. There's some good deals on the headphones. If you leave them on, please leave them on. You're going to have some good deals in your ears. Guys, see you in a bit. How are we feeling?
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah?
eager to meet these guys. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we should probably bring them out then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, we've got our first date, Joey, coming up. I want to bring him up here right now. I see him over there. He's wanting to he's wanting to walk up. So let's cue some tunes. Let's get him up here.
Joey.
Good to see you. Yeah, take a seat. Joey, welcome to the stage.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, so I'm Joey. And I heard that you've accomplished the whole single lady, hardworking, take on the world mentality. And I hope by the end of tonight that you and I can take on the world together. Maybe I can be your co-pilot.
Well, I had an introduction, but I think you stole the show there, buddy. That was good. I like that. Joey, well, hey, you already got it. The floor is yours, bro.
But yeah, speaking about co-pilot and stuff, I saw that you were flying a plane, and as you mentioned, you're taking flight school or whatever. I'm kind of curious to learn more about that. What inspired you? Where'd that start? What do you do and stuff with that?
Yeah, so my oldest daughter, turned 5 last year. And this was like the first year that, she put her hands together and she was like, oh, I'm going to blow out my candles. And she blew out her candles. And me and my brother were like, okay, like, what did you wish for? What does a 5-year-old wish for? And she closed her eyes. She was like, well, she calls me Mom. So she was like, well, Mom, she's like, I really want to go to the moon. And I just kind of like went to bed that night and I was like, what am I doing to influence her? Like makeup is fun, but I don't want her to be like, I don't know. I don't want her to be like an influencer, like do makeup. Like I want her to be better than me. Whatever I have, I want her to have more. So I was like, what am I doing to influence her? And I was like, well, shit, I can't go to space, but I could probably fly a plane. So like the next day, that was like on a Wednesday. So like by Monday, I was enrolled in school. I had my first lesson, and like my brother Frankie was like, this bitch is crazy. Like, you're gonna go fly planes. He was like, what if you die? And I was like, well, if I die, like, at least, I'm like inspiring her, like, at least she died on a plane versus, she died in her sleep. So
The odds of that are super low, though. Super low, so.
yeah.
Kayla, that sounds like a lot of intention. Joey, I think you know where I'm going with this. Something that you mentioned to our team here is that you knew right away that when Kayla was announced, you wanted to be on here.
Oh, yeah?
We love the intention, and when they asked you why, you said, so I can go on a date with her.
Yeah.
Can you outline the first date that you would have in the cities and how that would look?
Oh, first date in the cities? Well, this, I guess, would be the first date, but not really, though, obviously. The first date, I would say, would be go to, like, an apple orchard just that time of the year. It's nice out. Go to an apple orchard, do all that, pick some apples, maybe a pumpkin patch.
Do all that. What do you do at an apple orchard? Just kind of
all that. There's a lot of stuff to do. Pick apples. You can browse, the bakery they have there and stuff.
Oh,
and all
sure.
That. Yeah. I haven't been to an apple orchard in a minute, though.
Yeah, I was
It's
about to
been a
ask,
while.
like, what apple orchard would you take me?
I believe it's called Pine Tree Apple Orchard.
Yeah, haven't been to that one.
Is that?
We got some pine tree fans in the audience. Holy shit. Wow. Look at that.
That would be the first date during this time of the season, especially. So.
Kayla, what do you think of a first date? I mean, what does a first date look like for you? I know you said, like, obviously, if you were the one planning it, you're flying. But if you wanted, a dream first date, like,
honestly,
money not a problem.
Oh.
Okay,
I
maybe
don't know.
not.
I've had guys fly macaroons from Paris for me as a first date, so the bar is pretty
luck.
high, but it's not materialistic. It's about, like, you have to think it through. It has to be like, it has to have a purpose. Like, it has, like, any guy can take you to a nice dinner. Like, I hate when guys are like, oh, like, let's do dinner. I'm like, for a first date, I want to be able to walk away. So, like, first date, I'm usually like something more casual. Like, let's grab coffee, let's go for a walk. Second date is more like a dinner, but it just has to be meaningful. Like, it has to mean something for you. So, like, I like the fact that you said, an apple orchard because that's in season. So, like,
out in nature and stuff.
Yeah.
I really like nature. I like to go on walks outside. I feel like it'd be really cool just to see all that, experience nature, experience the sun. It's good stuff to get. Good stuff to get.
That's like a Minnesota thing. Like, let's go to an apple orchard,
Is that?
I think so, yeah.
No orchards in North Carolina?
Usually they're like in the Appalachian Mountains, so a little
Okay.
bit further. Yeah.
Have you hiked up in the Appalachian Mountains?
No, I'm not. So I'll do the experience. Like I'll do anything once, but going outdoors and like going on a hike and like being out in the middle of nowhere is like
Yeah.
not necessarily like my thing.
It could go south quick. I got lost in the desert actually.
Yeah.
It was not good. My buddy here actually, I got lost in a desert with, and we went one way into the desert and it got late at night, and I said, hiking 101, probably go the same way back. No one listens to me. Him and my other friend are like, oh, let's go this way back. It looks easier, etc. I'm like, nah, we shouldn't. And then we got lost ultimately. So, but yeah.
How'd you get out? You got lost.
We ended up walking up to a bridge, and there's like fences and stuff, so we had to call the cops. And the cops came and picked us up, and then they brought us back to Vegas. We were actually in Vegas. We went hiking. We went hiking
Wait
in
a minute.
Arizona for some reason.
Wait a minute. I've seen this movie, I think. I think I've seen this. Oh, that's crazy. So you like traveling then, I assume. Like you like getting around. I mean, I haven't been to Vegas and I like traveling. So
Yeah, I've been to Vegas a couple times. I'd like to travel a little more. I have not been out of the country actually. I'd like to do that. A couple of my travel buddies are here. Shout out. But yeah, so I've been to Vegas, Florida. Pretty basic. Been to LA once, and yeah, I definitely want to do it more. I've only gone like a couple times a year, but especially like the last couple of years. But what about you? Like, where have you traveled? Like, what's your favorite places to go? Things like that. Now that you can fly too, like, that's probably
Actually,
sweet.
I haven't flown anywhere yet, like destinational. Yeah. But I do like to go to Miami a lot. I love Florida. Yeah. I like the beach. I like being in the sand. I like, being in the ocean.
Cool.
Destin has a good beach. I've been there once. I was in like 5th grade. White sand, really fun.
Wait, what's Destin?
Destin, Florida. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was supposed to
spot.
go to Destin last week.
Yeah.
I was gonna land in Tampa, but the weather was bad, so I couldn't make it. My flight was canceled and stuff. But I was really looking forward to that.
So
but-
are you like a big outdoors person? Like on the weekend, where would I find you?
Oh, on the weekend, I'm probably chilling with my friends. Not necessarily a big outdoors guy. I like to go on a walk every day. Like try to get up in the morning, go on like a quick 10-minute walk at minimum, get the sun, get the blood flowing, etc. for the day.
Yeah.
But on the weekend, I'm hanging out with my friends. It could be a game night, could be a night end, could be going to a movie, could be going to a brewery, etc. So both like inside and outside, a night out or a night in. That's typically where I'm at on the weekends. How about you?
I don't typically go out. I like to be in my comfort of my home,
I feel that.
typically just chilling. If I do go out, I do go out with my friends. Recently, it's Barcia. I don't know if you guys have ever been, but definitely check it out. A lot of
few.
Latin music, it's
A
great
few.
atmosphere, and people actually dance. Like, I feel like people here in Minnesota don't dance. Like, everybody's like, oh, what are they
They're-
going to think of me? And that's like the one place that I've found personally that people are just like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like there's not a lot of good dancing spots around the cities that I can think of too much.
I think
like not
every-
enough club environments.
I think
guess.
everything in this Twin Cities is more like social. Like, I just want to be seen and I just want to get out of here. Like, just, I'm here, I'm seen, and I'm gone.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, you don't want me out there. I just learned how to sturdy. Just learned the how to get sturdy. So be careful.
What's
yeah.
the sturdy?
I'm not doing it.
well,
Nope.
now we got to
Come
see
on.
it.
Come
Now
on.
we gotta see it.
I'll try it.
You
If
can't
you do it,
just
I'll
say
try
that.
it.
Let's do
If
the
you do it, I'll
sturdy.
try it.
I'll do it at the end. I'll do it at the end.
Okay,
I'll do it at the
okay.
end. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, don't boo me. Get the fuck up here and try this shit. That's what I
Right?
thought. Yeah. I'll do it at the end, but not right now. We got a date going on. Come on.
So I do have a couple questions. I was
Yes.
told, like stay away from exes, don't talk politics type of thing. But so what's your credit score? What's your blood type? Who did you vote for the last election? Like, I'm kidding.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Can tell you on our second date.
Don't
But
get canceled. I'm just kidding. Yeah. But you kind of seem nervous. Like, are you nervous right now?
I don't feel it. Am I? Do,
You're kind of sweating, so I'm just kind of like, I don't want to like.
it's a little hot in this this outfit.
Take it
though.
off. Take it off.
Take it off.
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
Shred it.
Should I take it off? I'll take it off. We'll take it off.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Hey, we're not not hot anymore. Yeah.
Now you gotta twirl it and throw it to the audience.
Land it.
Yes.
Saved it. Let's go.
Yes.
I feel so much better now. Oh my gosh.
See?
It was way too hot. All right.
Hey, speaking of balancing out the cold and the heat, Joey, you believe relationships about balance.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Obviously you have some experience in the dating realm. Why balance? Why is that your number one thing that you mentioned?
I feel like there's a lot of balance because both people want what's best for each other, and also they want to do what's best for them too. So like, it's not all take or give. It's like I feel like it's like 50-50 balance, and like there has to be compromise on some things. And some nights like, hey, I want to do this, but someone doesn't really want to. Sometimes you have to sacrifice that and go do that, and then vice versa with that. I guess that is mainly what the whole balance thing would be.
That's fair. Okay, so question. You chose to come on this date with me.
Yeah.
What was the one point that you were like, oh, I want to take her out?
So I chose to come on the date. I specifically applied to go on a date with you because I saw your profile and I looked at your stories and your highlights, and it was really interesting, like with the flying and stuff, and the Super Bowls really caught my eye, and just really wanted to talk to you more in person and like see what that's all about. So that kind of motivated me to come on here.
Well, hopefully we get a second date out of this. We have wrapped up 10 minutes.
That's been 10 minutes? Wow, that flew.
I have one last thing to say.
One last
Okay.
thing.
I don't get why they have all the lights up here because your smile can radiate this whole area. So it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to
Son
me.
of a gun. Are you from Wisconsin? Because that was cheesy. But
I'm
cute.
not.
Hey, you killed it, man. Thanks for being up here. Guys,
thank
we're
you.
gonna jump to a quick commercial break. Thanks for hanging in there. We made it.
Yeah,
Date one.
day one.
Little nervous.
A little nervous.
Hey, I was just saying on break, I like a little bit of nervousness, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not bad. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of you guys out there.
Have
And
you ever dated a Latino? Because we don't do nervousness. You gotta be like,
Maybe that's why. I'm not nervous. I'm good. No, hey, we got another date, and I don't know if he's nervous or not, but you are going to call him out if he is. I found that out pretty quickly. We have another date coming up, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. We have Devon coming up. Let's cue his music. Let's get him up here. Devon, can you hear us? Yeah, we're all good. Welcome up. Hey, I got a little quote for you from the guy in the bathroom. Know where he's at. Shout out to my guy in the bathroom. Hey, you're a catch. Go get caught.
Ooh.
Like that? That was kind of fire.
Whoever the
Urinal conversations, man.
Yeah, no.
Take it away.
Some of the best, right?
Catch.
So I saw on your bio that even though you've lived here for 5 years?
yeah.
Devin, bring the mic up just a smidge.
I
for
gotcha.
us. Yeah, there you
that
go.
you lived here 5 years.
There's
and,
like that weird noise. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
We're ironing out some issues over here.
Yeah, no worries.
Technical difficulties. It's okay. Everybody chill.
Regardless.
Hey, refund my guy some time. Let's get the referees to put some time back on the clock
Add
here.
some time on the clock.
You know what's rude? I asked my friends that came tonight to bring me a Taco Bell taco, and they didn't bring me one. So I haven't had dinner. Boo.
Oh, come on.
Taylor
the taco
McKenzie,
place,
you know who you
the
are.
taco place upstairs?
Yeah.
Come on. The taco place upstairs is way better than
Hey,
Taco Bell. Come on.
This was just after work, nervous thoughts. So I was like, okay.
I think we're good. You hear it anymore?
A
We had a little bit of crowd here.
little
but
bit,
that's okay.
but it's doable.
Hey, go ahead.
All right. So regardless, you still tell people that you're new to Minnesota?
Yeah, I don't really go out. So, like, a lot of times I find myself saying, like, oh, I'm new to the cities. And they're like,
Yeah.
well, how long have you lived here? And I'm like, 5 years.
Well, so you at least experienced all 4 seasons. What's your favorite season here in Minnesota?
Summer.
Summer for the heat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, that 100% makes sense. I mean, mine's cuffing season, but
Yeah.
you know, like, I love summer. That's my birthday is in summer, so
Yeah.
I really.
What's your sign?
Oh, well, it's interesting. Gemini.
Gemini?
Yeah, saucy. I don't even want to hear thumbs downs.
Fun fact, I'm not like that horoscope hoe that's like, oh, what's your horoscope? Like, oh,
Yeah.
no. But my brother is. My brother's very into that. Like, he'll be like, oh, a Gemini, stay away.
Yeah, no.
So through association, you are also into horoscope.
And no, fun fact, I lie about mine. Like, if I meet a guy and they're like into that and they're like, oh my God, you're so outgoing, you're an Aquarius, I'll be like, yeah, I'm an Aquarius. And then I'll be like,
Yeah, that
Psych.
whole crowd reaction is why I lie about
Yeah.
mine for the same reason. But yeah, I think it makes us interesting and fun to talk to,
Yeah.
and I'm extremely outgoing, and I noticed you are as well.
nah, I'm kind of shy.
No, come on, don't say that.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm not.
This is I don't think people who would sign up for this really do the whole shy piece, right? Or is it just something new?
No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
No
not
worries.
shy at all.
Devin, something that I'm already drawing a connection to is that Kayla likes nights indoors, as well as you. You mentioned that you like board games and a night in.
Yeah.
Is that something that we could do after a first date? You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. In fact, a friend of mine who I went to high school with, he owns a board game store.
Yeah.
So we have literally access to any board game you could ever want. So it creates a lot of opportunities for second, third, fourth dates.
Yeah.
You better
So-
fucking like board games, damn it. In this relationship, we like board games.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, did you grow up here your whole life?
So I grew up here for the most of the time, and then I moved down to Georgia for 2 years. I lived in
Okay.
Savannah for my mom's work. And then I enlisted in the Minnesota National Guard when I was 18, so I've done a lot of traveling for the Army. I actually got done with doing about 3 years full time.
Okay.
So Oklahoma, North Carolina.
Wow. Thank you for your
right.
service.
Oh,
Thank you.
Please,
Appreciate that.
Thank you for the support.
So, I do have a question for you. What are your red flags? Like, what would your
Ooh.
friends be like,
Ooh,
oh,
okay.
that's his red flag?
Wow, my flaws, my red flags, right?
Yeah. Come on, we got 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Like-
so I'm super, maybe not forgetful, but I do, if I'm not making sure I'm planning a lot of things, I'll end up getting really distracted, end up doing something a lot more fun and interesting, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, not only have I forgotten to A, get my oil changed, but B, like, hey, my mom's calling me, you were supposed to meet her in town for dinner, right? Like, stuff like that.
They have a pill for you, my guy. Are you familiar?
Double the
Adderall?
dose already, don't you worry.
No. Damn.
Are you close to your mom? Like, who would you say? I'm extremely close to my brother. Like, we
Mm-hmm.
overshare.
Oh, my sister and I are extremely close. We're only 20 months apart.
Yeah.
So we're like this. But my favorite family member is probably my dad.
Yeah, why?
So he stayed at home with us. He raised me. My mom was the breadwinner, works for Target, really just kind of the type A go-getter breadwinner for the family. And my dad is this big teddy bear, big old softie.
So you're not intimidated by successful women.
Definitely not. In fact, my Twitter bio, all the way back from, yeah, come on, let's
Hype
hear
him
it.
up. That's big.
Right.
A lot of guys are always like, no, like I have to be the breadwinner. That's huge.
No way. But when I was 14 and I first joined Twitter, we put in my bio, I either want to be president of the United States or a stay-at-home dad, and there's no in between.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it still says that to this day.
So you're not active on Twitter. Well, you would have changed it by now, you know what I mean? President.
It's a great line. Why would I change it?
Hey, are you an
a
Elon
catch, go
Musk
get caught.
type of guy, or are you a Jeff Bezos? And this is a trick question, so no pressure.
Out of those two, I would have to say, the singer James Taylor? I'm more of a that guy. I'm not the one to pick a billionaire type to be like
Yeah, but if you
my
had
hero.
to pick, not saying hero, just whoever.
Probably Elon Musk because he's so weird.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair.
because he's so weird that it's entertaining.
So who is your role model or hero or somebody that inspires you in your life, whether you know them or not?
So, I mean, jokingly, I would say Tom Brady. I'm a huge Patriots fan. But
But
I don't wanna
isn't
hear
he
it.
going through a divorce right now?
Well, that's why they say don't meet your heroes, right? So I'm very disappointed because like how could you give up Giselle, right?
Football is life, I guess.
Yeah, literally.
Too much. Hey, I got a question right along this line. If you could go back to any historical event and be present for it, what are you picking and why? This goes for both of you, too. I'm not just asking you. Whoever spits out the first answer.
Rosa Parks, because she said no.
Ooh.
Legendary.
That's a great answer.
I am not sitting at the back of the bus.
I would probably go back to the Lincoln Douglas debates with Abraham Lincoln when he was about to become president. I used to give part of his speeches for something I used to do in high school and college. And so I would just really, really love to see that.
Wow.
Another
Yeah.
hero, and then my dad, by the way.
Your dad?
My dad's my actual hero. Yeah, he's my best friend. Yeah.
Hey, son of a bitch. That was sweet.
Yeah. My life motto is like, a lot of people see me as like this persona, or they're like, oh, you know, like she's an influencer.
Yeah.
I don't want to be an influencer. Like, I want to inspire people. I want people to be better than me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like whatever I have, I want you to have more. Like whatever I'm setting the goal, like it should be higher.
Right.
You know?
It's interesting because when I told people I was going to be on here and I showed them your profile, right? They're like, oh, like she's like a model, an influencer. And I'm like,
No.
And I was like, oh, you mean the pilot? That's not what I got right away, right?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like do a bunch of cool things, right?
Yeah.
But like the family part and
Yeah.
the ambition being a huge thing I noticed is like what 1,000,000% stood out. And that's why I'm here.
Oh, thank you.
So I do have more of a fun question for you.
Okay.
So you're getting up before work, before your significant other,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have to leave before them. When you take a shower, how much hot water are you leaving them, if any at all? Or are you just saying, screw them, they're not getting any hot water?
Honestly, I'm saying screw them. Like you're either waking up and showering with me, or you're gonna get cold water. Like there's no in between. You know, like we're gonna shower together, or you're gonna get cold water.
That's,
I got one
perfect
for you.
answer.
This house ain't running out of hot water.
Ooh.
I have a house. This house ain't running out of hot water. Money. Yep, stay at home dad kind of thing. Like we're gonna be
Hey, it's going to have to help out around the house. If you can't be handsome, be handy, right? So make sure
Yeah.
that never,
Yeah.
gets turned down.
So
like that?
speaking about money, what do you do for work?
So right now I work in emergency management. With the National Guard really helped me find that position, and with the COVID response that I was doing and everything, working a lot of healthcare systems. I actually work with healthcare systems like Alina and Fairview and that kind of thing, and logistics.
Okay, so question. COVID was a big part of our lives, like everybody. Do you feel like COVID made you or it broke you? Like, do you feel like you came out better at the end, or do you feel like you lost yourself and you reevaluated?
COVID made me. I was on 2 years of active COVID orders. I was flying from here in DC, and I was making sure, that Minnesota here itself, really I did is help people, soldiers, do their job, right? Like I was making sure that they had the things they need to do COVID vaccines and testing and stuff like that. But it taught me a lot about leadership and family, and because we had to go over the holidays and, being there for people that maybe you don't even know. And then not only in that, but we also had to do things like the response to, when George Floyd was murdered, right? Or when we had to go to different training events that we still had to be aware of COVID, right? So all of those things kind of made me not only the professional I am today, but like also shaped part of my personality in a way I never thought was gonna happen.
Damn. Well, I pretended to work from home for 8 months. Jesus Christ.
I do that in my off time.
Icon.
Devin, hey, we're out of time.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I was like,
Are
3
these
minutes.
yeah, that was like 3 minutes. I feel like these are not long enough, personally.
I didn't even get
I
a
don't know about
countdown.
you
I'm
guys.
keeping a tab. Hey, you see this camera right here? There are 51 people looking at you through that. You should say bye to them.
Hey,
Bye,
mom,
guys.
dad, everyone else on Twitch, bye.
Oh, yeah, your parents are on? Hell yeah. Parents, what's up? What's good? Guys, we'll be
you.
right back after
Thank you.
commercial break. Give it up for Devin. Let's go. How are we feeling? What do you think so far? I know we've had a couple dates, couple nervous, not so nervous dates.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like 10 minutes is not a long time. I feel like, or maybe I'm used to more like aggressive people. Like, hey, I'm here. I'm loud.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you're up here, 10 minutes goes by fast. And
Yeah.
then you're listening. I mean, 10 minutes on a normal first date goes by like that,
Yeah.
lickety split.
So when I was in the restroom, a couple girls were like, "Oh, you're doing great. Like, we want to hear this." So I kind of feel bad for the next guy. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive and get the people what they want.
Well, hey, it's a good thing we have a final date lined up for you in Prince. Guys, I want to bring up Prince right now. Let's go ahead and cue his music. Did I recognize that right? Did you guys both pick Bad Bunny songs?
Yes, Bad Bunny.
I thought I recognized that. Here, give me those. I'll take those. No,
Yeah.
don't worry about it. Yeah, pop those on. Can you hear us? You good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me
Prince,
all right?
hey, yeah, absolutely, we can hear you. Sound good, man. Well, hey, Prince, welcome up, brother. Floor is yours.
Is Prince really your name?
Yeah, it's really my name. My parents were really thinking when they
Where's
made
Prince's
me,
crew at? I know we got a little bit of a gathering here. Look at that. Hey, over here. Look at that. They got a lot of people. Wow.
It's 2022. You gotta ask people, is that your real name? Because I've met a couple guys that are like, "Oh no, that's my SoundCloud username," and I'm like, "Bro, what's your name?"
I promise I am not a SoundCloud rapper. As much I may have aspired to be, that's not where I ended up.
Prince,
So-
what's going on here? What's on the
Yeah.
table?
Yeah,
We
so-
see a couple things.
A couple things going on, right? So we have this rose here, which I feel like this is kind of like based on the whole bachelorette concept.
yeah.
So like, my hope is that this rose is like an opportunity for us to stop and smell the roses, and then at the same time, like it's kind of a temporary gift to you
Okay.
to get back to me later. But if you're feeling it, if you're feeling the vibes, then we'll do that. And then the prosecco is just like a celebration, right? Like we're here, it's a Tuesday night, and like all your friends are here, my friends are here. My hope would be that we could cheers and just celebrate, like an awesome queen and everything. So
Where are your friends right now? Where's your friends?
they're scattered all around. There's some over there. There's some over. I mean, I wish everyone put their hands up, but you know how it goes.
How would your friends describe you? 2 words.
Okay, so it's kind of funny because my brother's here as well, and one of the first things that he said to me last night was like, "Bro, you're unbothered. Like, don't be too flashy. That's not your brand. Your brand is just like this kind of calm demeanor, chill person. But at the same time, people also understand me as this ambitious person, kind of the life of the party. He's gonna be electric. He's gonna come in and like elevate other people and try to hype them up, so to speak. So yeah,
like that.
how would your friends describe you?
Depends on who we're asking.
Okay, fair. How would your best gal friend describe you?
Best gal friend. I think outgoing. Loud. Yeah.
Loud? Okay, that's fair.
Beautiful. I heard.
we love loud.
I heard
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
We love loud. Honestly, I get a little scared
Yeah.
when girls are too quiet. I'm like, what's going on?
No. So do you date Latinas?
I've dated Latina gals, yeah,
Alright,
of course.
so you know what you're in for.
last summer, actually, one of my best friends from college, actually, he's watching right now. He's in med school, but he's from Mexico, so we went and visited his family in Mexico. I did a solo trip to Puerto Rico last summer as well, so good times, I was actually joking. There's a gal here, one of my brother's neighbors, and she's like a dance master, and I was like, okay, I need to learn salsa. I know bachata, but I need to learn salsa. Like, put me on, right? But maybe you could do that instead. So,
I would do more reggaeton. Like,
more reggaeton. Okay, I like reggaeton as well.
Throw it down.
How did you feel about that song choice?
I liked it. I love Bad Bunny.
Fair.
Yeah. Stan. Brownie
Okay,
points.
let me get into some of the real questions because I feel like
Wait, this is about me asking you. So let me.
Okay, you
let
can ask me questions.
You
That's fair.
the question.
That's fair. Okay, do you want some champagne?
Yeah. Hey,
help yourself.
while you pour that, I have something for you guys. Kayla, I have a note here
Okay.
from Prince saying you caught his eye because he thinks Minnesota girls are kind of passive.
Passive.
Passive. He likes your outgoingness. Where does that line up for you in terms of a relationship? Obviously, outgoing. You mentioned to me,
Yeah.
and the crowd that outgoing people are where you're at. So how does that feel?
You know what? I've gotten this a lot. I've been off dating apps for the last 7 months, and I feel like when I had a Hinge profile, Tinder profile, people thought my profile was fake. They were like, "Oh, you're just gonna like request money or something." No offense to the Minnesota ladies, but I feel like it's very like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just that they're from Minnesota. Like no tea, no shade. Everybody's just like you were born and raised here, and like people are like they feed off that. Like, oh, this is a
fair.
Minnesota girl, which is
Yeah.
not a bad thing,
Yeah,
but that's
snaps
just
to
not
that.
me. You know?
No,
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, we've only been interacting for a little bit, but I feel like you can
Yeah.
you sense someone's energy.
And
you know what I
fuck,
mean? A
I'm
little
sure
bit.
girls look at me and they're like, oh, she's a typical like Latina, short, spicy, loud, brown and proud, So fuck, own it. That's
Right, we
me.
love that.
We do.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we have some prosecco in front of us. Should we go?
Yeah. Are we gonna? Well, mine's not
Would you like me to
poured. Did he pour you one?
I just wanted to, give
yeah.
you that agency if you wanted to pour yourself.
Now we had an
or,
instance of this where
That's there was one time that I watched the video and the guy started pouring tequila and it just got really chaotic. So
So-
I was like, okay, maybe she can do what she wants to do, right?
How many
Like,
how many drinks do you have on a first date?
On
And
a
this
first
is-
date?
This is a trick question.
I don't feel like you need to have any drinks to have a vibe with someone. And honestly, like you need to be able to discern how you feel about them sober, but a shot or two doesn't hurt either, right? It just depends on the type of person you are and like the setting. And if someone's offering me a shot, it's very rude to decline, right? But at the same time, I really want to get to know someone. If it's a coffee chat, if it's a hike, if it's
That's
axe
fair.
throwing or something. I don't know. What are the things that you like to do in your free time?
My free time, I like to work out. I like to do yoga. I'm very hands-on. I'm
Okay.
super artsy. I like to build, create anything. What do you like to do?
I really am into music.
Yeah.
I love different genres. I like reggaeton. I like Afro beats. Really into hip hop and R&B. But then I also enjoy traveling a lot. I really enjoy just spending quality time with people that I care about. It doesn't really matter what we're doing. It's about who the people are and what the energy is, right? So I get pulled into doing things that I wouldn't necessarily want to do, but it's like, okay, well, that's what people want to do, right?
All
We
right.
do karaoke, right?
Fair. So sorry to be so aggressive. Like I feel like 10 minutes is like very
No,
short.
no,
So I'm
I-
kind of getting to the point.
I oblige.
So we go on a second date. Christmas is coming up. We go
Okay,
to
big
Christmas.
proposition.
Do we spend Christmas with my family or your family?
Given the context, I feel like yours, right?
Mine?
Like you have like your brother and his kids, etc. Like
Yeah.
like continuity is good. So
I'm giving you something for Christmas. What's your shoe size?
okay, right? So okay, I'm here for that. So I actually do
The
enjoy
people want to know.
size 12. Size 12 is perfect, right? Like can't go wrong with that. And like
heard that a time or two, brother.
Okay, Cade. We love the energy.
So
The context there is, my guy. You guys went head to head. That little past the fair, right?
Yeah.
you
Right.
said you had a brother. Do you just have one brother? Other siblings?
Yeah,
Are
just
you
one brother.
close?
Don't be mistaken. He's not my dad. I know that he looks like he could be, but he's not. He's not. I promise. My. Oh man. But
So why are you single?
am I single? That's a really good question. I think it comes down to two things. One is that I've been in a season of life where I've been on the move a lot, right? Like I lived in D.C. last summer. I was thinking about pursuing law school at one point. I just have had career changes, etc. But I'm in a really good place right now. I feel like, before you can invest in anyone else, you need to do a little bit of investment in yourself, right? And that's like, mental health day was actually yesterday. Just shout out to that, right? But like,
Yeah.
I
Great
feel like even if there's like transient nature in my day-to-day, like I can still have continuity, right? Like even if I have to travel for work every other week or every week, I can still have like foundations, etc., right? And just stick to my structures.
Yeah. So you give me a lot of confident vibes, and I love that.
I'm a shy guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean. I am a
So-
shy guy. I don't even know how I'm up here.
How do you feel about girls that have best guy friends? Are you intimidated? Are you insecure about it?
I
Do you
think
feel
that's
some type of
healthy.
way?
I hate when people have these like very dogmatic principles. Like I literally was talking to one of my best gal friends today, and I was like, right now you're kind of my best friend. Like you hear me out, I hear you out. I can call you, you pick up, vice versa. Like I can talk to you. You can ask me about your relationship, etc. And like I can provide perspective, right? So I think that that's like natural and healthy. I think that we've gotten to an age where people are just very insecure, unfortunately.
How old are you?
Old enough. Oh man, it's funny because Latina guys always are curious about that, you know.
Listen, I'm at the
I know,
age
it's a
where
big
I could
thing.
date you or I could date your dad. So
No, I get that and I respect that.
you
And
know,
likewise,
am I gonna call you daddy or am I
No.
gonna be with your dad?
Likewise, though, I promise you, you don't
Girls
want to be
gotta
with my
know.
dad. Like, word to my brother, he knows. Like, you don't want to be with that dude. But,
You don't know
but I mean, I feel like I'm that best of both worlds. Like, you get a little bit of that spice and energy, but then you also get someone who's very much focused on their goals, very much focused on how can we like build something that's sustainable, etc. So. I mean, if that appeals to you, you know, the rose is here. I'll be at the standing line later, etc.
You know what's funny? On the way here, my brother drove me, and I was like, I want to pick up a rose. I was like,
That'd
it's
be
very
cute.
last minute, but I was like, I just feel like the Bachelorette. Like, I feel like I should be giving a guy a rose.
Right. That should be a concept
that
y'all
should-
integrate. Like, I'm
yes.
just trying to reform best practices out here.
Hey,
really.
I'm just the messenger, brother.
No,
we got
I agree,
a
but I
couple
mean,
people over
you
here.
started here and then you ended up there, man. You have influence. You know what I mean?
You've
I
been
get it.
in my chair. You've
But like,
been in this position.
but like, also, I don't know. You had this one. So
All right, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is a hidden talent of yours? I feel like we're running out of time.
hidden talent.
Indeed.
I don't really feel like I'm a talented person. I don't know. Like, oh wow. Okay, not feeling good.
Just good at a lot of things.
Hidden
No.
talent.
Or what are you good at? Like, if your friends call you, they're like, oh, we're gonna call him because he's got this. What are they calling you? Like,
I
house
feel like
improvement?
understanding, right? Like I'll be honest, like I have a very hard time getting angry, and I feel like it's just because I've seen what people look like angry and it's ugly, and like I kind of just work to understand where that anger is coming from. So like that's like I just have a hard time getting upset. And maybe I learned it from my mom. Like I just didn't see her get like very volatile and hot, and then but at the same time like I'm African, so like people are angry. People
so where
get
are you
angry.
from?
So my parents are from Ghana. I actually grew up in Minnesota, but I've been around the block. I'd say like I've traveled. I've also lived in DC for 5 or so years. So
Yeah.
you know,
Hey,
I've-
sorry to interrupt, Kayla.
Time's up, right?
Prince, time is up.
Time's up.
Hey, back to the whole understanding thing. I hope she understands that you're a good guy. You got a good rose in front of you, and
well,
you
actually,
get
I
50
forgot to
seconds.
ask her one. Can I ask one last question?
do it. Go ahead.
So-
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you look gorgeous tonight. Like I'm just wondering, like generally speaking, how long did it take you to get ready?
Honestly, it takes me like 15, 20 minutes. Doesn't
That's
take long.
impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out like how much buffer time to create if I'm trying to get ready for like a second date. You know, I needed to understand.
Especially if you catch my eye, I get
Yeah. Okay.
He needs to know how much of a
fairly
heads up he
easy.
needs to give you before
Right.
the second date. I see where that angle is. That's a
because
good
for
angle.
me it takes a little bit too. So
Yeah,
you know,
hey.
now I understand.
Gotta get
okay.
spiced up. I feel
Gotta
you.
work quick.
Self-care, everybody,
Right.
everybody.
Guys, that's what we have. That's our 10 minutes. Hey,
Hey, give it up for Prince. We'll be right back, guys.
I got a no caller ID that just called me. Guys, if you're listening, we have a fourth date that has demanded to be up here. We have a fourth date. I didn't know that till literally just then. I'm not kidding. I had no clue. It's Abe. Abe, welcome up, brother. Well, hey, I don't know anything about this situation here. Go ahead and hand me those. You put those on. See, look at this. I'm telling you, this was off the cuff. I had no clue. Abe, can you hear me? Yeah. You want to grab that mic? Abe, welcome up, man.
Hey,
Well, hey, there you go. Hey, Abe, wow, this is a fourth date. I did not see this
Abe?
coming at all.
Kayla.
Who planned this?
Kayla, nice to meet you. You look
to meet
gorgeous
you.
tonight.
Thank you.
Well, Abe, the floor is yours, man. You got a fourth date. You know what's
Wait,
going on with her.
Pretend a song's playing. What's your intro song? You can
Don't
sing
Stop
it.
Me Now by Queen.
Okay. Okay.
My go-to song, but yeah, this is new to me. Like, you know, I had no idea I was gonna be up here tonight either. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Happy
all-
birthday.
thank you. Yeah,
Whoa,
that's
it's
my
your
birthday. Yeah.
Hey, cheers.
Yes.
Happy birthday,
Thank
Abe. Can we
you.
get a cheers for Gabe? Abe, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Gabe.
But yeah, no, like it's all like you know. But yeah, I'm happy to just be here spontaneously. This is pretty cool.
Why did you choose to come up here?
To come up here,
Yeah.
birthday, spontaneous. I'm a very spontaneous guy, so I just love doing like, things out of the normal. So,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how's your night going?
My night's going great. I wasn't expecting a fourth date, but I mean, I'm down if anybody else wants to come up. I'm just kidding.
That's super cool. That's super cool. Yeah, no, I didn't really listen to the other three guys because I've been like, saying hi to everyone and like catching up. But
Yeah, so you
yeah, no,
live
that's
here?
super cool. Yes, yeah,
What's
I'm
your
from
story?
here.
What's your
Went
what's
to the
the tea?
U.
How old are
U of
you?
finance. No, U Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just not here to give my resume, but
What's your credit score, blood type, social security?
Social Security.
Nobody knows
credit score
anything
high.
about you, so we gotta know.
I know. I mean, it's pretty impromptu, but I like it. But
Yeah?
but yeah. Been up here for a while. But.
Abe, I'm not gonna lie. You should have said, "Why are you up?" Like, she asked you, "What are you doing up here?" You should have said, "For you, man." I'm not gonna lie.
Here for you, yeah.
Oh yeah, I
you
mean
didn't
obviously.
sell it to me, so I just feel like you're here for the spotlight, which is fine.
Definitely not.
It's great. All right, what do you
No,
like
no.
about
Yeah.
me? What color are
Okay.
my eyes?
Blue.
Not blue.
Yeah.
I couldn't have told you that. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, it's here for fun.
What's your message? What was the purpose of this? What do you want to tell the people? What do you want to sponsor? What is your message to the world? What you have to have a purpose. You can't just ask to come up here. It's obviously not me, which is fine. So like, what do you want to say? It's your birthday. What birthday? What year?
Okay. Yeah,
24,
26.
26. So you're a Libra. What do you want to say? Happy birthday to me. 26th birthday.
I'm not here to focus on me. I didn't come here for my birthday. I want to come meet you.
You didn't even know the color of my eyes.
It's so bright. I don't know.
Hey, truth be
but-
told, it is bright,
Yeah,
but
and also have the light shining on me.
I don't know if I necessarily buy that, but we can continue on. So,
Okay.
let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Hey, it was spontaneous. There's a lot of people here.
spontaneous.
Yeah, let's get a
Yeah.
kickstart. Come on, let's fire this guy up.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
do you feel like math was invented or discovered?
Discovered.
Why?
A lot of algorithms. There's a lot of like, with math and nature and all that stuff. But yeah. Yeah, I don't want to talk about math or like science or anything. I want to talk about you and like getting to know you.
Yeah. Well, you should have known who I was before coming up here.
Kayla.
Yeah.
Outside of what you know, what
Yeah.
you heard, I know you didn't do a lot of listening from what I'm aware, but what do you want to know in a potential partner?
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing.
Like I wonder like what's your hobbies? What are your favorite things to do? Like what do you like enjoy like out of this?
I've already answered that. What type of person do you think I am?
I wasn't listening to the other three guys. I was like saying hi to everyone.
So, what do you do for a living?
I do investment accounting at US Bank.
Yeah. Okay. Do you live around here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minneapolis.
Siblings?
One older brother.
Older or younger?
Younger.
Younger. What's the age difference?
2 years, 23.
2 years. You lived here in Minnesota your whole life?
Yeah.
What was your last relationship?
Wow. Well, I don't want to talk about that. It was like 4 years ago, but we'll over
Why
that.
did it end?
Not here to talk about like past relationships. I'm here to
No,
talk
we're
about you.
here to talk about you,
Yeah.
right? We're here about to talk about him.
I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about you. Well, like, just trying to get
What
to
are
know
your
you.
hobbies? What do you like to do?
I like to play the guitar. I like to play basketball, play soccer. Play chess. Just all around the spectrum.
Abe, you have one song you're playing on the guitar and you're on the spot just like this. What are you playing?
John Mayer, Why Georgia?
Oh, that's a good song. Yeah, I like that one.
Fair enough.
How'd you pick up the guitar?
I learned the piano when I was younger.
Who's your favorite artist?
Of all time.
Yeah, all time.
Oh, that is very tough. If I were to go, probably Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Where would you take me on our second date, I guess?
Second date? What about the first date?
Well, this is the first date.
I guess so. I mean, on the second date, I'll take you to a concert.
What concert?
Chainsmokers on Friday. At the Armory.
Yeah. I'm actually already going to that.
Oh,
so
perfect. Well, maybe if that doesn't work out, that's fine. But I'll buy you a drink and I'll buy you a shot and whatever. I'm like, so just celebrate.
Yeah.
Are you already going as a date, or is it like a?
I actually bought a single ticket, so I'm the type of person that like if I want to do something, I'm not looking for people. Like I'm gonna be like, fuck, I'm gonna go by myself, and if people are there, like so be it. So one ticket, myself,
I'm hearing an opportunity now.
Yeah.
Oh, let me take you to the Chainsmokers.
So I think a lot of people are uncomfortable with being alone, and I thrive being alone. I love being alone.
I love that. I love
I'm in
that.
love with myself, to be honest.
I love that. I
If
actually
it
love
sounds
that.
conceited, then so fucking
No, you should
be
do
it.
you.
Like,
You should do you. Like, you know,
Yeah.
take yourself on a date. Like,
Fuck yeah.
Tonight, I was actually contemplating going to the Lizzo concert by myself.
You should have gone.
Yeah. No, I'm here with you. But hey guys, come on now. It's not a stab at me, but
That wasn't a stab.
yeah. It's
feel like it's an
I'm
overreaction.
just
Opportunity.
saying, like, if you want to do something, like, go out and do it. You know, a lot of people don't like doing things alone, and I'm just like, fuck, do it. Like, you know.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
So you grew up here your whole life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where
How
would
about-
you
what'd
like to travel?
Oh, I like to go to Paris.
Paris.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah, I
never
haven't been. I haven't
Never
been to Europe, so I definitely want to go to Paris. Yeah, 2024 Olympics were over there, and just kind of visit it. But
Yeah.
yeah, how about
Did
you?
you come here alone?
No, I came in with a ton of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are your friends at?
They're all scattered.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he a good guy? Yeah. Is he? Are you drunk?
Tipsy.
Is he
It's
drunk?
it's also my birthday, so.
Wait,
But
how
I'm
old?
just tipsy.
How old is he turning? Oof.
Well, hey guys, look.
Right time.
Yeah. Hey, did you get? Would you have guessed that was 10?
Sorry,
No.
what was that?
10 minutes. Like, would you have guessed that's 10 minutes?
Oh, that's already 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
No, I wouldn't
darn.
guess.
Yeah,
Hey, when
you
you're
lose-
up here, time flies.
Yeah.
It has
Yeah.
really flown. Be honest with you. Hey, that's all we have. Abe, thanks
Yeah,
for being up here.
no,
I know it's
perfect.
kind
No,
of
thanks
off
for
the-
having
off the
me
cuff
over,
kind of
and-
thing.
You know,
But hey, I
love
appreciate
talking
you.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Happy
Hey.
Happy birthday. Is there anything you would like to say to the people? 'Cause-
Yeah, last parting gift.
Yeah. Anything. You know,
Let's
have
continue
this-
the party.
That's fair.
Yeah. Welcome back. Everyone looks so pretty, especially you guys in the camera. God. It's ourselves. We're looking at ourselves in the camera because it's
Oh.
a reflection. You guys get it? Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I got you. Yeah. Well, look, we had some good dates. We had some not so good dates.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where's our fourth guy?
I don't know. He's away from keyboard. AFK.
Yeah.
I don't know
Fair.
her. Maybe
It's
he's just
okay.
around. I don't know. I don't know if we need much of a synopsis from my side. I think from what I found out from you, you kind of like the whole, hey, take it and go. So
Yeah.
I want to roll it over to you and leave you with the spotlight here and do your thing.
I can't remember his name, but fourth guy. I do like. What was his name?
Abe.
Abe. I did like your aggressiveness, your straightforwardness. You know, your motives maybe weren't there, but it's your birthday, so we'll just give it a pass. You know, kudos for you to being like, hey, I want to be on stage and I want to be up there. That takes guts. You know.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, hey, like, Abe, it's your birthday, so cheers. Appreciate
Yeah.
you for being up, man. That's cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. This is a tough decision.
Well, it's not my decision. Why are you looking at me? Like, shit, I'm not going on these dates. It's you went on the dates.
Yeah, So I guess I don't know how to start. How do people typically
What
start?
did you talk to your friends? Do your friends have some input on this? I assume the friends that come in on this. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see it
everybody-
already. I knew.
You know, I've always been that type of girl that guys are my friends, my brother, everybody has always been like, oh, this is the type of guy I see you with, or like, why are you with him? Like, what are you doing? This is what you deserve, type of thing. And obviously, friends, family always want the best of you. So, you know, their advice didn't go unnoticed. I'm always grateful, and I'm always like, yeah, thanks. But yeah, it's been a tough decision.
It really has. I was just watching this whole thing unfold.
Yeah.
I think we found our stool. Yeah, so now we have all four.
All right, now we got him settled in.
Whatever route or method you want to go about this, you don't have to go down and just like piece everybody up, or you know what I mean. You do your thing. Like you can shoot the shot. You can ask someone on a date.
Shoot
You
the
don't have
shot.
to ask someone
All
on a
right.
date. You know what I mean? Like do your thing.
Yeah. So date number 1, I thought you were so sweet. It was so cute that you were nervous. Like I really.
I went to bat.
Allegedly, yeah.
I went to
I
bat.
just loved everything about you. Like you were, you know, so straightforward, outgoing. Like I really do appreciate that. Date number 2, I loved how you're close to your dad, and like, you know, your dad raised you. Like I feel like you are used to like a woman being more empowered, more dominant, which I kind of feel like I am. So I really do love that. It takes
Very
a lot for someone to admit that and be like, hey, like I'm okay with it. I'm accepting, like love it. Date number 3. I really liked your aggressiveness. Like I liked how you were approachable. Well, I wouldn't even say aggressive, but I like how you were approachable. Like you were comforting. How would you say that?
Comforting?
Comforting? Yeah.
Comforting?
Yeah, you
Kind
were
of
just
forward mannerism, but a comforting, inviting forward
like I like a
mannerism.
guy that knows what they want and has a plan. And I feel like you came up here, you were like, I'm gonna give this bitch a rose and I'm gonna have go. Like you know, like you had a game plan, and I love it. You know. I feel like in every aspect of my life, whether it's my kids, my brother, my personal life, flying, I'm constantly planning, organizing, or whatever. And I hate that. Like, I want to be with somebody that's going to be like, we're going to go here. We're going to do this. Like, you're going to wear this. Like, tell me what to do.
Say less.
Yeah. So
That's all
I
we
really
needed.
like
That's all
that.
we
Yeah. Date number 4. Thank you for being here. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great birthday. I
What
hope
an
this is-
interesting birthday happening. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have ever done this on my birthday.
Thank you for having me up here. Like, pretty fun. But
Yeah. If I see you on Friday, like, drinks on me. Like,
No, drinks on me, but whatever it works out. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
this is yours. This is yours. So
Yeah.
Go for it.
so I guess with that being said, I think my final decision comes with I'm going to pick myself because I refuse to settle, and I feel like 10 minutes is not a long time. I feel like 10 minutes is not a long time, and I don't know those skinny people better, and I don't think it's fair. I feel like 10 minutes, I don't know anything about them. Do you guys feel like that's fair? Do you feel like 10 minutes was a long time?
Unreal.
Like I don't know I don't know your age. I don't know like what you like to do. I don't know like if you were born here. I feel like 10 minutes production side is just not a long time. And you know what, girls? You shouldn't lead people on by implying a second date. Like I feel like when you tell a guy like let's go on a second date, that's giving them expectations. You're leading them on, and I don't see that. Date number 3, I think you were the most challenging, but I don't know that much about you. And at the end of the day, I do love myself, and I pick myself. Like, I'm not gonna settle, and nobody should settle.
Well,
you
hey,
know?
I will say no one's up here, forcing you into that date, and that's the cool thing. We talked
Yeah.
about this is, you're going to be up here for yourself, and you get to pick who you want. So obviously,
Exactly.
we didn't find that today, but no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if there's a catch, you're going to be caught, and at the end of the day, the right bait wasn't on the line.
And I think you guys are great guys, but I just feel like I didn't get to know you. Like, do you feel like that's fair? Do you feel like I got to know you?
I think we all agree. I mean, we all talked a little bit before, but I think we're all on the same page.
Like, I think I would walk away with this and be like, I don't know that much about that person. I feel like a second date is very misleading, and I just wouldn't want to lead anybody on.
Hey, she's spoken, guys. Hey, City Boys down 1 on this one, but that's okay. Hey, we're going to be up in the long run. Kayla, hey, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You guys, hey, shout out for being up here. Abe, thanks for being up here. Guys, hey, shout out to Grace for being here.
Thank you,
Letting us
everybody.
be in this beautiful venue. Guys, thanks for having us. We'll see you next Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Have a good one.
Thank you.